Oh, what a giant letdown. More shitty play calling, more terrible decision making. Oh, Doug Peterson. But it's not only just him. This secondary got torched too. Jeremy Burton is here. I'm Adrian Fedke. Going to do a quick recap of this 28-23 loss. Doug leaves 6 points on the board. They lose by 5. Meh.
Well, I guess Doug was completely talking out of his ass last week when he said he was going to learn from the Dallas game. A lot of the same mistakes, bad play calling. I don't mind going for it on fourth down, but, call something that's more efficient that hasn't been on game film for weeks and just, run straight up the middle, not to the side. You're not fooling anybody on that read option. And as far as going, in field goal range twice, I can see, all right, you want to go for it one of those times, but you don't, at least see three points should have been more on the board. Maybe going for a one out of those 2 times, not both. And the way the call themselves on fourth down play, it's you don't do that. Third and 3, 4, 5, several times we were running the ball and just it's predictable stuff. And
yeah. 3 of 15 on third down today. And even there was a 3rd and 10, he calls a fucking screen pass. Are you serious? So, to those fourth down plays, they're running the ball, they're going laterally instead of just going right up the middle. That's not what you do on fourth down. And, like you mentioned, the Wentz play, that's something that they've done a lot before, on a couple fourth downs, a couple third and shorts on that little zone read play. I've seen that before. And on the other one, it's why is Sproles in the game on a 4th and 1? And you're running off tackle. Go up the middle with Ryan Matthews, Smallwood, whatever. I wouldn't put Sproles in there in that situation. So, just, again, it's frustrating. I mean, you said it too. There's a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. He's running the ball. Come on, dude. Come on. Yeah. So, I haven't listened to the press conference yet. I wrote the recap. I will listen to the press conference later. So, I got to hear what he has to say. But this is not encouraging. I know he's a rookie head coach. We're halfway through the season, but I'm already done with him.
I mean, I still like him, but he's just gotta actually do what he says and learn from his mistakes. Like after the Dallas game, he didn't learn shit. Ertz was making some grabs. I think he had 8 for 97 or something. So why not throw it to him on those 3rd and 4s? It's just that the offense just too inconsistent.
It's predictable. Yeah, there's a lot of predictable stuff going.
Predictable, inconsistent. There was a couple more drops. Nelson was inconsistent. He'll drop and then he'll have a nice grab. It's just you get 40 yards from him. He just is what he is. More of the same crap with Green back on, just barely. He's almost tripping over his own feet and running some routes. It just, he was a no-show. Tight ends were very active. They combined for about 155 yards or so between Burton and Ertz. But overall, just, you can't. Carson started off with a couple bad throws too. Getting in a 14-0 hole doesn't help in the divisional game on the road. We're now 0-3 in the division. Luckily, we play the Redskins, Cowboys, and Giants one more time each. It's all in Philly, all 3. So, yeah, just our schedule doesn't get any easier. So this is a rough one. But like I said, Carson did have a few mistakes there in the beginning, bad throws, high and off on the one. Yeah, you fall into a hole like that on the road. Crowd got into it quick. It just never came out of it.
Yeah, and that's something we've been seeing from Carson Wentz for a couple weeks now. Not setting his feet in the pocket and the ball sailing. And he got picked twice because of it. So, this is starting to become a trend. I do like the way that he fought back. He got the Eagles back in the game. Then again, couldn't make the throws there at the end. So, once again, we see him come up short in the fourth quarter. Going back to Doug Peterson, if there is some positive takeaway, at least he got, the deep ball going a little bit more. They had 7 plays of 20-plus yards, so that was pretty good. He did get the tight ends involved a little bit more. We were calling for that. Get Zach Ertz in the game. He got involved. But, yeah, again, it's like, fuck, man. Let's talk about Bryce Treggs for a little bit. Had 2 catches. I said he'd have 2 catches. Did get a deep one. He looked pretty good. Completely blew by whoever was – I don't know if it was Jenkins that was covering him, but I'll have to watch the tape on him because I know he was limited in his snaps. He had a couple other plays. He had one play where, he is what he is in terms of, how small he is and, in terms of contested balls, he's not going to be able to go up and get it. 'Cause there was a ball where Wentz underthrew and he couldn't come back and make the catch. But really no complaints from Treggs. I mean, Josh Huff, we knew he sucked. So Bryce Treggs, 2 catches, 69 yards. I mean, he was all right.
Yeah, the bomb 58-yarder. He had to slow up a little bit and catch it. If he threw it 6 yards further down the field, that's a I don't know where exactly we were, but it's probably 75, 78-yard touchdown, whatever we were. This was, those 2 catches that put him only 5 yards short of what Josh Huff's total season receiving yardage is. I think he had 74 this year, and so there you go. He got 69 in one game. But okay, yeah, Doug took the shot. We were, saying that for weeks. Just keeps the defense honest. And, it worked. So, keep that in your back pocket. Kind of nice. The only 4th down conversion was that 4th and 9. Had a nice play to Matthews. So yeah, we had a handful of plays over 20 yards, which is good to see. But it just seems like these past couple of weeks we're just we can't put it all together. There's mistakes. There's whatever. It's just we're missing just one little thing each game, just something just short. We're falling just short, and after being down 14-0, we had the ball there down 8, touchdown 2-point conversion would have did it, tied it if after that nice tip. Connor Barwin had 2 batted balls, great athletic catch by Jordan Hicks there to corral that pick in. But unfortunately, we just can't finish. And these are tough losses, man. The schedule just gets tough, too. So, it's going to be fun covering Julio Jones next week.
Yeah, the thing that today was Manning was, even when they were kind of getting to him, he was stepping up in the pocket and still making throws. So, dude, the secondary was just I wish I had a piece of burnt toast right now. That's what it was. And it's not even just getting these receivers, they were getting wide open. Wide open. 10 to 15 yards behind these guys. Jesus fuck, man. So I wish we had Eric Rowe right now, I'll tell you that. So Leonis McKelvin got burnt to a crisp. I mean, there was 5 or 6 on him. Man, Jalen Mills wasn't much better. I mean, he was better, but not much better. Nolan Carroll had a big pick, so I'll give him that. But Jesus fuck. And the thing, too, is the Eagles play with a single high safety. They don't play cover 2. And, McKelvin, obviously, he was in the slot a couple times. But, that's a problem against a team like the Giants, I thought. And a lot of times, McLeod just couldn't get over the top in time. So that was a problem this week. I would have hoped that they would have played a little bit more cover 2, and didn't happen. They stayed in the single high, and they got burnt to a crisp.
The first touchdown, was it to Lewis or something? I didn't know him.
The quick slant.
What was it? McKelvin and someone got mixed up.
Yeah,
and
ran into each other. Yeah.
To Lewis Jr. or somebody who was number 83, and then the Sterling Shepard was wide open. On the other one, I think Watkins got tied up with just horrible. Yeah, need to do a better job with the communication back there in the secondary. They got toast. Didn't really see much blitzing again from Jim Schwartz. A lot of 4-man rushes. Got 1 sack on Eli, I think. It was just the one. Just we can't seem to bring it all together for a solid game. Yeah, the offense is showing their inconsistencies. I mean, even the nice win against the Vikings, we didn't really score that much on offense, even to the one offensive touchdown. So, yeah, it's not cool. Not cool.
Defense
Not,
is not
not
defense
happy
is
right
not
now.
elite. The defense is not elite, and when the defensive line can't get pressure on the quarterback, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And if they don't get pressure next week, Julio Jones, he had over 300 yards in a game already. He's going to have over 400. So that it might. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that was terrible. So we'll see. All right. I don't even know what the hell to talk about anymore. I know you're really, really tired and hungover and shit. And we'll wrap this up pretty soon. Anything else you want to really say? What else?
I mean, what else? Sproles was interesting. We used him a lot again, and he had a couple nice punt returns. Doing his thing there. He got the majority of carries again. So it's interesting how we mixed. We kept him 33-year-old running back. He's getting 15 plus touches. Almost, it was 20 last game. I don't know his total touches this game, what it was, but it was probably right between 15 and 20 again. Yeah. So that's interesting how they're using him. Just got to get more consistency out of the receivers. They blow. Carson's got to settle down. I mean, he was so great those first 3 games, and now for a couple of weeks in a row now, he's looked more like a rookie. He is still a rookie. It's true. As great a prodigy that he may be, and we all love him. There's going to be growing pains. Same thing with Doug, rookie head coaching growing pains. We can't ask the defense and special teams to get a touchdown every week. Defense made a couple turnovers. They had those 2 picks. So, we just got to get more consistent pressure on the quarterback. I mean, I knew Eli would torch us if he kept his jersey clean, and we only had that 1 sack, really didn't blitz much. So, that's why we're sitting here at the bottom of the division. I mean, hell, the Redskins have a better record than us with that tie.
Yeah. Yeah, the Giants, they do a lot of quick pre-step drops. They get the ball out really, really quickly. So, and that killed us because we were just getting shit on. The secondary was. I didn't see much blitzing either. I know they've only given up, well, now it's 12 sacks on the year. So, it's not that they're protecting Eli. It's the play calling more than anything. And I know that, last year when the Falcons played us, it was the same thing. They took a lot of quick 3-step drops against us. So if that's going to happen again, yikes. It might be a long day, but we are at home. We play a little bit different at home, but that's preview for next week. I want to talk about DGB, Aguilar, all that. Dude, can we please stop with the DGB excuses? He stinks. Well, average. I'll say average.
He's man. There was one route where he almost took it was like a straight pattern. He kind of went a little to the sidelines and then went out, and it was a replay. I saw this happen. He was stumbling on his own feet until he got his footing again and kept going straight. It was almost like a if you can imagine a receiver doing a small wheel route, it's to the left and then up. Man, he's terrible. Everyone's in love with his body type and his height and his speed. He doesn't look. We say this every week. He runs sluggish routes. I think he's dumb as shit. Matt Matthews had a solid game. I mean, he was. Matthews is what he is. He's a number 2 on a good team, but he's our number 1. It's a lot of holes left on this team. It's a lot of holes to fill.
Oh my God. Jordan Matthews is I don't know, a 95 Chevy Impala. You just don't know what you're going to get from it. You just have no idea. Is it going to start up or not? He makes these tough catches, and he drops the easy ones. It's awful with him. And just to comment real quickly on, a couple of they try to go to DGB in the back corners of the end zone on some of these fade routes. Wentz got to put a little bit more air under those balls too. So, I'm not faulting DGB for those plays. That's on Wentz. But some of these other plays, and I'm seeing them out there, I'm just like, dude, like what the fuck? Like your route running is awful, bro.
Still rather have him than Dennis Kelly, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. See, I don't want people to get it twisted. But
another thing.
Yeah.
About getting. We knew the Giants have no running game. They really. It was in the fourth quarter. I think they still only had 39 rushing yards. They lost. One of their best offensive linemen, the guard, Pugh.
Yeah, Justin Pugh.
And we still didn't, get more than one sack on. We just got the one sack on Manning. You exploited our secondary. I mean, even with those injuries on their offensive line, we have Brandon Graham in a hell of a game. But, did you see Cox make any plays? I didn't really.
Yeah, he was kind of no-show today. He didn't do much.
Why?
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of quiet season.
Jason Kelsey on skates again. I think he played well. I like Wisniewski. He had a great couple run blocks.
Yeah, he played pretty well. I agree.
Peters is being Peters. Didn't see any real bad stuff from Vitae. So at least what we thought we were worried about with Lane Johnson being out, and Barber, the offensive line for what it is doing half decent. So, yeah, just too many mistakes in this game.
Yeah. All right. Let's get you to bed. Final thoughts?
No, I don't know. I got nothing. I'm done.
All right. Jerry Burton, I'm Adrian, fed you a condensed recap tonight. We can't do it tomorrow, and Jeremy's been drinking for like 18 straight days. So we're out. Peace.